You know, in monster taming games, it can take hours just to get one creature ready for your team. Most of us don't even have that much time to spend. What if I told you you don't need to? You can play PvP and have time to spare. Let me introduce you to Coromon PvP. Coromon is very accessible when it comes to PvP. The team building is done in a dedicated online environment, where you can make as many changes as you want. No grinding for specific stats, natures or EVs. Everything you need can be obtained in a normal playthrough. Items only need to be collected once. And that's it. Also, no need to worry about having perfect Coromon. In PvP, the potential does not matter. Every player has the same amount of stats points per Coromon they can use. To start, head over to any trainer hub and interact with this machine. You are then loaded into Coronet, the place to do online battles. Here you can choose to play a casual match or ranked match, create your teams, modify your avatar, battle music and arena in the style menu. View the leaderboards, style shop and in the top right PvP battle rules. We will get into these options later. We will go into the squads menu first. Here you can make your teams. In the top right, you can toggle between the actual level or set the level to 50. In casual and ranked matches, all Coromon are set to level 50, so I advise you to set it to level 50. This way you have a better understanding of the stat points. Click the plus icon and choose Set from Squad or Set from Coromon Storage, depending on where your Coromon is located. After choosing your Coromon, pick the skills you want to use. If you haven't decided yet, you can always change those skills later. Press the back button or click outside the menu to proceed. Your first Coromon is now set. Hover over it to see its trait at the bottom. The box below the Coromon is where the held item is displayed later. When selecting the Coromon, you get a list of options. Like mentioned earlier, every Coromon has access to 126 potential points, regardless of their level or potential stat. This way, all players are on the same level and you won't have to worry about things being unfair. Every stat except for SP can have a maximum amount of 60 points. SP can have 26 points at most. If you don't allocate points here, any unspent points are set randomly, so make sure to spend your points. Without going into much detail, you can start by choosing maxing out 2 stats and putting the remaining 6 points into SP. The Coromon's trait greatly affects the playstyle and how it fits on a team. A Coromon can have up to 5 traits. At the bottom you will see all the evolution stages of the Coromon. If you're feeling adventurous, you can experiment with enhanced traits. This means the trait effect becomes stronger, but in turn reducing certain stats. You can switch between percentages and flat numbers by clicking on the stats or pressing the secondary button on your controller. Please note that if you are using a low-level Coromon, you won't see all the available options. Even then, you can still use a low-level Coromon. It will work just fine. Let's stick with the fully evolved Coromon first. The skills you choose depends on the role of the Coromon in your team. Team building itself is a whole topic on its own. So to keep it simple, we will choose a couple of strong skills that go well with our Coromon and perhaps a supporting skill or utility skill. The learnable skill flashes you have collected will appear here as well. Lastly, we will equip an item. This can be either a held item or a fruit. A fruit consumed during a PvP match is not taken from your Coromon. You only need one of each item basically, and you can then choose what you want. So we chose a Coromon, set its potential points, trait, skills and an item. We at least need 2 more Coromon to compete in 3v3. So fast forwarding a bit, I looked at what Coromon I had and set up a team of 3 Coromon and went back to the main screen by pressing the arrow in the top left. Before entering a PvP match, it's good to know what rules apply. PvP matches are played under what we call a Reduced RNG mode. So there are a couple of rules that apply. This way you have a better understanding on what rules apply in PvP. So just read them at your own pace, take your time and profit. After reading the rules, go into either a casual or ranked match, pick 3v3, choose the team you made and press find opponent. When a match is found, you have a time window to accept the match, and if both players do, the match is started. In 3v3, you pick 3 out of your 6 Coromon. Choose a lead Coromon and 2 others that would have the best chance of beating your opponent. Play to the best of your knowledge and learn from what happens during the match, improving yourself as time goes by. Don't be afraid to change some things on your team and test the team afterwards. You might even find some cool new tactics which you can use to surprise new opponents. The longer you have played the game, the more knowledge you obviously have. So try your best, just have fun, don't focus on winning too much. After your match, you can make changes to your team, try out something different, you name it. Or try out a 6v6 match. Those matches are played differently from 3v3 matches. In 6v6, team synergy matters a lot. There's also other things to consider like hazards, ways to remove hazards, and setting up one of the grounds. Just try it out and learn as you play. So, that concludes an intro to Coromon PvP. I hope this video showed you how easy it is to get into PvP in this game. It's almost Pokemon Showdown in terms of flexibility. A new Coromon on your team could be done in a couple of minutes. In the Coromon Discord, we are happy to help. There's also tons of resources you can use to improve your play. They are located in the pins of the competitive chat. Links are in the description. So I guess we'll see you soon.